It's like a park. I know it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be, sort of an honorable place. But to me, it's peaceful, and it's very clean, and it's very beautiful, the way they have it arranged and where they put it. There's fields around it that you can just run around and do cartwheels and fall on your butt. And some of the tombstones there are so beautiful. And then some of them, are kind of modern and kind of ugly. No offense to the people. And I like reading the names, saying them out loud, and, trying to imagine what that person was like. And not a whole lot of people like going to cemeteries because, it's dead people. I love going there. Death does not bother me at all. It didn't hurt to be unborn. I don't think it'll hurt to be dead. Cemeteries are not very busy places, which is kind of cool. If you ever want to meditate, go walk in a cemetery. The graves are pretty, and the habitants don't bite unless they're zombies, and then they do. I like to run my hands through the grave dirt, definitely, especially on the soldiers' graves. Not to defile them or anything like that, just to make sure they're real, really. You touch that earth and you're like, oh my God, they died over there. I wonder how much of their body is still left to be buried in that earth. It's a mess to think about, really, but it doesn't frighten me. It sort of gives me a sense of peace that I'm actually thinking about these people, because lots of people just don't like to think about death, and I think I feel like I'm honoring them a bit more by still thinking about them. They're dead, and they're not going to come back, and no matter how much you wish, it's not like that. It's just they were alive, and I never knew them while they were alive, but I might as well get to know them while they're dead. They're not going anywhere. I wonder if those flowers are real. If you look in the fields, there's fake flowers and real flowers that have been blown off graves, and they just go wandering. A lot of decorations like to fly away, and you'll see them in the fields and on the trees. The silk flowers that never die, they just linger. Not really a big fan of them. Vastula. I found her grave one day, sort of secluded. It was away from a lot of them, and it's an older looking grave, though the tombstone's been refurbished, I think, but she's been dead for years. I just loved her name, Vastula Slaughter. Slaughter, I mean, seriously. I just thought it was so pretty, and I sat down in front of the grave and I started to talk to her. I don't know this woman, but I chat with her. She could have been a really mean woman, and it doesn't matter. Oh, next to Vistula, there's this unmarked grave. I mean, it's marked, but it's so old, and nobody's paid to have it redone, or nobody knows who's buried there, so they just leave that tombstone. And it's etched so faintly into the stone. I think it could be one of Vistula's family members, or, a soldier. I can't tell, though, and it drives me crazy. I've considered, doing a rubbing to try and see who's there, but you can't tell. But I think it's a boy. It looks like it could be written in another language sometimes. Sometimes it looks like, I don't know, Aramaic or something. It escapes me a lot of the time, but it's okay. The ground is always very soft, and I appreciate that. I like to sometimes lie on those graves and not wear shoes because my feet, they smell because of that, but I don't think the dead really mind. I can really be myself here, and myself is kind of silly. I usually don't care what most people think anyway, but I am my most honest self with the dead. That flag, I don't like to look at it when I'm over there. It's not that I hate this country or anything. It's just, it doesn't seem like patriotism belongs in a graveyard. It doesn't matter what country you're from when you're dead. It doesn't even matter what soil you're buried on, though, to me. If you're buried in dirt or in sand or in Uzbekistan or in America, you all go to the same place. Not sure where, and I'm not sure why, but, we're all in this boat together. If you look closely on the northern side of the cemetery, there's a road alongside there that is where the train used to go. There was a train track there. Across the street, there's still remnants of it. That's part of the Green Earth Trail. And I like to walk down there. I'm technically not supposed to go down there. There's no trespassing signs, but I don't think they'll raise a fuss over a little girl like me. It's really beautiful, and I don't know why they got rid of the train. I wonder when they started burying the dead so close to the railroad, or where they built the railroad next to the dead. I wonder which came first. It's fun to follow. I'd be scared to do it by myself. It's kind of lonely, really. You know, it's kind of sad. It's like nothing's going to be remembered. Like you're not going to be remembered. Just like that track's been forgotten. Hands of God. I wonder if God really has a hand in death. Or if we just die, he doesn't really get a say in it. Or she. God doesn't really have a gender. This town is definitely a part of me, and this cemetery is a part of me, whether I like it or not. You know, I'm still here. And I'm happy.
I can say that I've lived here in honor and danger, but I'm just an animal and cannot explain a life. Down this chain of days I wish to stay among my people. Relation now means nothing, having chosen so defined.